has recorded 124 tiger deaths this year, which is the highest in a decade so far. Now, even as the data by National Tiger Conservation Authority suggests that 60 out of 124 big cats died after falling prey to poachers and accidents outside the protected areas, experts say that the death figures could be much higher than what meets the eye. Madhya Pradesh has reported 41 tiger deaths, that is the highest in the country. This is followed by Maharashtra, Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh. Experts have called in for better conservation efforts in the forest reserves as well as proper forest corridors that will ensure free movement of tigers to other habitats. Dr. Anish, Andheria, who is the president of Wildlife Conservation Trust, joins me on the broadcast. Mr. Andheria, I just wanted to understand this one thing. The 2021 is a very, very bad year for the tigers. So many deaths in a decade that we are seeing, the highest so far. What does it really mean for the efforts of tiger conservation that we keep talking about?
So first of all, definitely it is a situation that concerns us. Must remember that now percolating out is far more intense because there is huge amount of patrolling that is happening. So tiger deaths you cannot avert. See, there are 3,000 tigers in India. I'll give you a math. So how many tigers will die every year? More than 1,000 tigers will will die, because if you look at 3,000 tigers, there are 50-50 male-female ratio. This is an approximation, obviously. You normally have more females than males. So out of that, you'll have 1,500 females, of which, say, nearly 20-25% will not be in breeding condition. So out of 3,000 tigers, about 1,100 tiger females will give birth, of which 550 will give birth every year. They will give birth to about 3 cubs every year, which means you will have about 1,650 tiger cubs born every year in India. The mortality of tiger cubs is 70%, which means out of this 1,155 will die. So we must remember that death is an inevitable thing. Definitely, if the death is attributed to poaching, then one must definitely worry. But natural death rates are pretty high in tigers, and so we must differentiate between the two. 60 tigers that died because of poaching is what worries me, and a lot of those are in areas which are very close to our tiger reserves. So we need to make sure that our tiger reserves are protected like fortresses, are corridors, because tigers breed inside well protected areas and then they disperse because there is no space for them inside. When they move out is when they come in multiple use areas, which means they come in contact with human beings who live outside, and there when they kill cattle, because there is no wild prey in that area or very little wild prey, they will go for cattle, and that's right, when people retaliate and they either poison them or they electrocute them. Very, very concerning facts that are emerging from central India especially is that people, farmers especially, are putting live wires. They're tapping the overhead wires and putting live wires to protect their fields from wild pigs and other herbivores. But wild wires, those live wires don't differentiate between tigers and other animals, and that's where large number of, at least from Maharashtra, large number of animals, especially tigers and leopards, are falling prey to this new method of killing animals. Right. And it's a very, very barbaric way of doing it. So therefore, there is concern. However, one must remember that every year, 1,000 plus tiger cubs die naturally.
Right, Dr. Andheria, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So 124 tiger deaths, 60 of those through poaching. This is a very, very concerning number that we need to look at if we have to keep on the initiative of Save the Tiger in the country. On that note, I'm slipping into a very short break. News continues on the other side.